The autumn sun hung low, casting long shadows on the quiet country road. In the distance, 6 menacing motorcycles circled a German shepherd, her sleek coat stained with blood, but her amber eyes burned with unwavering determination. Despite the bloodied fur and the pain she endured, Bella stood tall. She wouldn't back down. The riders jeered, laughing as they swung chains through the air, unaware of the fierce love and loyalty driving the dog's every move. On the edge of the road, a small girl, no older than 6, crouched in the tall grass, pressing her hands over her mouth to suppress the sobs threatening to escape. Her name was Lily, and she wasn't just any child. She was the daughter of a federal judge, a man whose reputation as a tough and unyielding figure in the courtroom had made powerful enemies. But what the bikers didn't know was that this was no ordinary little girl. Lily had grown up with a deep, unspoken connection to Bella, a bond that went beyond owner and pet. It was a promise of protection, of loyalty, and of love. Bella had entered their lives as a puppy, abandoned and alone, but it was Lily who had taken her in, teaching her the ways of the world with patience and care. In return, Bella had become not just a companion, but a guardian, protector. And now, as the bikers circled, Bella was willing to give everything to keep Lily safe. In that moment, Lily whispered to her dog, her voice barely audible through her fear. "Please, Bella. Please hold on." The bikers had no idea who they were dealing with. Welcome to Acts of Kindness Stories. Today's tale is one of unbreakable bonds, fierce protection, and the incredible power of loyalty. Stay with us as we dive into this heart-stopping story of a little girl and her dog who proved that love knows no limits. Don't forget to like, share, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's begin. Lily's hands were trembling as she clutched the leash, her fingers tight around it as her eyes followed the road ahead. The sun was setting, casting the world in a golden hue, but for her, everything felt wrong. The moment she heard the motorcycles rumble into the quiet street, her instincts screamed at her to go home, but it was already too late. The motorcycles appeared, slowly coming closer, their engines growling like predators sensing their prey. Lily's heart raced as her eyes locked on the leather-clad bikers. There were 6 of them, their faces hidden behind dark helmets, their grins cold and threatening. She could feel Bella, her beloved German shepherd, tensing beside her, preparing for a threat she could already sense in the air. Bella had always been more than a pet. She was a protector. And now, as these men circled them, Bella would do anything to keep Lily safe. "Bella, let's go home," Lily whispered, her voice tight with fear, but her hand remained steady on the leash, not willing to let go of her dog. She turned, trying to retreat, but the second motorcycle appeared behind her, cutting off her escape. The bikers laughed, their voices echoing through the air, but there was no laughter in Lily's heart. All she could hear was the thumping of her own pulse, the sound of it drowning out everything else. Bella growled, stepping in front of Lily, her body tense and ready to protect her human. Lily was just a little girl, too young to fully understand the danger, but she knew Bella. And Bella knew her. There was no hesitation in the dog's protective stance, her amber eyes flashing with determination. Bella wasn't just her dog. She was Lily's family, her best friend, her protector. The bikers taunted them, their voices mocking. They spoke about Lily's father, Judge Collins, and the sentence he had handed down to their associates. Lily didn't understand much of what they said, but she could feel the malice in their words. One of the bikers, Derek, stepped forward, his smirk almost as cold as the steel in his voice. Well, look what we have here. Judge Collins's little princess. What's your dog going to do, protect you?" Lily's heart skipped a beat. She had heard her father's warnings. He had taught her to be cautious of strangers, especially those who didn't belong in their neighborhood. But she knew Bella wouldn't let anything happen to her, not while she had breath in her body. Bella's growl deepened, her teeth bared in a clear warning. Lily's grip on the leash tightened. "Please, just leave us alone," she said, her voice barely above a whisper, but full of the courage only a child with her kind of bond could have. Derek wasn't deterred by her fear. "Oh, we're not strangers, sweetheart. "We're just friends of your daddy's," he sneered, trying to close the gap between them. But Bella wouldn't let him. In an instant, the dog lunged at Derek, her teeth sinking into his arm, catching him off guard. The biker screamed, swiping at Bella with his free hand, but Bella held her ground, her loyalty unshaken, even as the pain from her injuries started to show. "Stop hurting her," Lily cried, rushing to pull Bella away from Derek, but she was too small to intervene. The bikers pushed her aside, shoving her roughly to the ground. Lily gasped. The wind knocked from her lungs as she landed on the grass. Her tears blurred her vision, but she didn't care. Bella needed her. Through the haze of tears, Lily watched in horror as one of the bikers grabbed Bella by the neck, dragging her away from Derek. Bella whimpered in pain, but she didn't give up. She fought, every inch of her body desperate to protect Lily. Lily's father, Judge Collins, had always taught her that in dangerous situations, she should run and find a safe place until help arrived. She remembered his voice, calm and steady, reminding her to always stay safe and never try to be brave if it meant putting herself at risk. Lily's small body trembled as she crawled to the nearby drainage ditch, hiding in the tall grass where she could still see Bella fighting to protect her. Bella's body was covered in blood, her ribs heaving with each breath, but she remained standing, guarding the path that led to the house. The bike gang had come to hurt Lily's father, but Bella knew her true job was to protect Lily, no matter what. Lily wanted to run to her, but her father's voice echoed in her mind, urging her to stay hidden to be safe. She clutched her knees to her chest and watched in helpless terror as the bikers surrounded Bella, their laughter growing darker, more sinister. Bella's strength never wavered. Even as the bikers hit her with pipes and chains, she never let her eyes leave Lily's hiding place. She remained standing, refusing to give up. Bella wasn't just protecting Lily's body. She was protecting her heart, her soul. This was the bond they shared, stronger than any threat. Lily's sobs grew louder, and in that moment, something inside her shifted. Fear, which had paralyzed her, was replaced by something more powerful, a fierce protective rage, fueled by love. Without thinking, she rushed out from her hiding spot and stood, facing the bikers. "Stop hurting my dog!" she screamed with all the strength in her small voice. "She's mine. You can't hurt her." For a split second, the bikers froze, taken aback by the girl's courage. But before they could react, something unexpected happened. Bella, with a renewed burst of strength, launched herself at one of the bikers, knocking him to the ground with the force of her attack. "Run, Lily!" someone called from a distance. It was Mrs. Peterson, their elderly neighbor, who had been watching from her porch. She had called the police, and they were on their way. But the bikers weren't done yet. Derek barked an order, and one of his men raised a pipe, preparing to strike Bella. Lily, terrified but resolute, launched herself at the man, positioning herself between him and her dog. "No!" she screamed. "Don't hurt her!" The biker hesitated for a split second. It was all the time they needed. In the distance, the sound of sirens grew louder, and the bikers realized their time was running out. With one final curse, Derek signaled for the gang to retreat. They sped off, leaving Bella and Lily behind. Lily collapsed beside Bella, her heart racing with relief. "It's okay, girl," she whispered through her tears. "You're okay." Bella's tail wagged faintly, her body still trembling from the battle. She had saved Lily, but now she needed saving. The police arrived quickly, and soon Bella was loaded into the back of a patrol car, with Lily staying by her side. She refused to leave her dog's side, even for a moment. They were a team and nothing would ever change that. As the car sped toward the veterinary hospital, Lily's mind raced with thoughts of what had happened. What did the bikers mean? Why had they hurt Bella? What did they want from her father? Her small hand remained on Bella's side, feeling the rise and fall of her dog's labored breaths. Lily promised Bella, "I won't let them hurt you again." Meanwhile, Judge Collins, still processing the news of the attack, was being briefed by the authorities. The bikers had targeted his daughter to send him a message, one that would haunt him for the rest of his life. He had spent years behind a courtroom bench, handing down sentences to criminals, and yet nothing had prepared him for the pain of seeing his daughter, the person he loved most, in danger. He would protect her. He would make sure Bella was safe. Nothing in this world, no one could hurt them again. At the veterinary hospital, Bella was immediately rushed into emergency surgery. The team worked tirelessly, doing everything they could to stabilize her. Lily stayed by her side, holding her dog's paw, whispering words of encouragement. "You're so brave, Bella. You saved me. Now it's my turn to help you." Hours passed, but finally, Bella's condition began to improve. The doctors were cautiously optimistic. She had survived the surgery, but there was a long road ahead. She had broken ribs, internal injuries, and cuts all over her body. But her will to survive, her love for Lily, had kept her going. When the doctor finally came to speak with Lily and her father, she explained that while Bella wasn't out of the woods yet, her recovery was possible. With the right care, Bella would make it. Sometimes, the doctor said, the bond between a person and their dog is so strong, it can make a difference. Bella's fighting spirit is something truly extraordinary. As Lily looked at Bella, her heart filled with gratitude and love. She knew that their bond was unbreakable. They were family, and no matter what came next, they would face it together. As the helicopter landed softly on the Collins family property, a wave of relief washed over Judge Collins. His daughter Emily had been through so much, yet here they were, together. Despite everything they had faced, they had come out stronger. Bella, the brave German shepherd who had put her life on the line to protect the little girl she loved, was going home. Emily, holding Bella's leash tightly, stood next to her father, her face full of determination despite the exhaustion from everything that had happened. She had fought for Bella, and now she was standing strong, just as her dog had done for her. The neighbors had gathered to welcome Bella home, a small show of support for the family that had faced down the darkness together. As they walked toward the house, Emily spoke softly to Bella, her voice filled with love. "I told you we'd get through this. We're going to be okay." And Bella, though still injured, wagged her tail weakly in response, as if acknowledging that their bond, their loyalty, had brought them through the worst. Judge Collins stood in the background, watching his daughter and her dog, both wounded but stronger than ever. He had seen the power of love and loyalty firsthand, not just in his own life, but in the way Bella had protected his daughter with every ounce of her strength. It was a reminder that sometimes the most powerful force in the world isn't a weapon, but the bond between those who truly care for each other. This story is a testament to the enduring strength of loyalty, love, and the unwavering courage that can arise in moments of crisis. It shows us that when we are willing to stand up for what matters most, we can overcome even the most unimaginable challenges. But there's one more part of this story that we can't forget. It's the part where we, as a community, come together to spread kindness, to support one another, and to never back down from standing up for what's right. Just like Bella, just like Emily, we all have the power to protect those we love and to help make the world a better place. If you've been moved by this story, please take a moment to like this video, share it with others who need to see this incredible display of bravery, and comment below to let us know what you thought. Your support means the world to us. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to Acts of Kindness Stories. We're on a mission to reach 10,000 subscribers, and with your help, we can get there. Join us as we continue to share inspiring stories that celebrate the kindness, courage, and love that make the world a better place. Thank you for being a part of our journey. We'll see you in the next video.